You know what? Just when I thought maybe we can pretend to like Lucius a little bit more, and no, no, no. Alright, this is my quick recap, well, not quick, this is my recap of Empire Season 3, Episode 3. 3-3? No, the episode's entitled, What Remains is Bestial. Now, look. It starts off with Anika. She goes into Lucius's office. She knocks. I'm thinking, oh, that's cute. Lucius is just like, of course, come in. I'm thinking, why is Lucius so willing to have Anika in his presence? Why? Because he's playing her. He's talking about how, well, you know, I have to go and get the board to off my back. By doing that, I have to go and get 10 million subscribers by Thursday. If I don't, then the board will say, forget Empire Extreme, you know, the streaming service. Also, that means $50 million is down the tubes, and that's on Lucius. So, Lucius has to do everything he can to make sure that's going well. But while Anika's just like, look, you know, I have the nanny going and handling the baby. I want to go and, you know, get back to work. I want to go and, you know, the A&R spot's available. And Lucius is like, you really think Cookie is going to give you the A&R job? Come on now. Come on now. Now, while he's doing that, he's just like, and she's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? I'll tell you what's wrong. Lucius was getting head underneath his desk. The girl pops out, and it's Anika's ex-assistant. So Anika just has this look, go, yes, Anika, that's what happened. And so the assistant goes and leaves, and Anika's just like, okay, so this is a little bit too much. Lucius goes and confronts Cookie and lets Cookie know, you're supposed to be handling the music, right? Well, I need 5 new songs. I need 5 new songs. Either 5 new songs from the artist, or I'm going to release Jamal's Black and White album. Cookie's just like, alright, I'll make it happen. You know, sweeten the deal. Go and give the artist these cars, do whatever it takes. I'm thinking, okay, so is that coming out of the artist's money, or is that coming out of yours, Lucius? Because there's a difference. Stop playing that. So Cookie knows that now she has to formulate a plan, because she can't have Lucius go and mess with Jamal any more than he already has. Andre, he comes out of jail, and of course his mom's like, is everything good? He's like, yeah, I'm good, I'm good. I'm like, Andre, nothing is good with you right now. You have this huge bruise on your right cheek, well, the right side of your face, really. His lawyer told him, I think it's his friend, his lawyer told him, oh, well, by the way, don't let that go Black Lives Matter on me. Don't go Black Lives Matter on. I'm like, fire him. Fire him. I'll fire him for you, but fire him. Do it now. Do it now. So the paparazzi are there trying to confront him. And, you know, there's this one Asian paparazzi. She's a reporter. She's just saying how, well, you know, your parents are criminals. Are you trying to go down the same path as them? I'm thinking, who do you think I is? But Rhonda stopped him. Rhonda was his conscience. Now, mind you, Andre was wearing a hoodie. So I was just like, I see what you're doing there. Rhonda, for some reason, even though she's a ghost, she has an umbrella. And she's dressed to the nines. She's like, you know, if I was there, this wouldn't have happened. Duh, because if you were there, they would have accepted the fact that, oh, maybe he's the help, going in and having her go into his house and pick up stuff and do stuff, instead of them thinking that you're a stranger without your white wife in that neighborhood. Jamal, he's currently going to a, what is it called again? Oh yeah, when you have, I almost said withdrawal. That's going to be next with that whole pill popping thing he has going on. He has PTSD. He goes to a meeting, and, you know, this one guy's looking at him like, oh, yeah, we know who you are. And then another was just like, oh, well, you know, you're that celebrity that got popped. We all saw it. The moderator, you know, the leader of that whole little group, was trying to get them to calm down and just get Jamal to feel comfortable enough to go and vent. That didn't happen. That didn't happen at all. Jamal says, like, you know what, I'm going to relax. I'm just going to be cool. You know, everyone knows me. You know who I am. He leaves, and the guy tries to stop him. Jamal says, you know what? Actually, this helped me so much. This helped me so much. I am so appreciative of this. I've learned so many tools. Yeah, I think I'm good. Thanks. I'm thinking, Lord, if we're trying to pitch Jamal another love interest, I'm done. It didn't feel that way, so I'm really glad, because I'm like, is everyone gonna be... Anyway. Oh yeah, please like, comment, subscribe if I didn't say that already. And if you haven't already done so. Andre, he comes into the office and Cookie's just like, oh my god, my baby, what'd they do to you? And Andre's trying to go and act like, oh, well, you know, we'll just let the courts handle this. Cookie and Lucius, I agreed with both of them. No, we're gonna handle this. You're like, Andre, you're black. You keep forgetting, you're black. Andre's just like, no, I'm a college graduate. I graduated from Ivy League school. I am the CFO or the vice president of a company. I'm this, I'm that. She said, yeah, but you're still a tall black man in America. Deal with it. And Lucius and Cookie were both like, we are going to go and get they ass. But Andre wanted to go, and that's like, no, I got this. And at one point, it's like, I got this. Duh. You know, that usual, like, ooh, Lord, is Andre going to lose on us? Let's go and be quiet. Yeah. Type of thing. So they calm down. They calm down for a moment. But, you know, they have a plan formulating it in their heads. Now we see Graham. Graham is Romeo Miller. I already told you guys that Romeo Miller is going to be Hakeem's arch nemesis, well, his rival for this season. I just didn't know how they were going to introduce him, but I already knew all this information like 2 months in advance. So go back to my previous videos, letting you know exactly what was going to happen. Portia comes in like a groupie. It's just like, oh, y'all want to take a picture with me? I'm just like, why? Who? Like an owl. Who? And we see little old Tariq the freak, he's going and he's snooping. It's just like, you know, yeah, we're going to use Graham. We're going to figure we'll have Graham infiltrate. Graham's not working with us, but I'm sure we got something on him. We'll reel him in, and then we'll take down Empire from the inside out. Yeah, let's go and do that. While his, I guess his partner, Tariq's partner, is just like, wait, what's your issue? They actually went through a proper court procedures, and everything should be good. Why are you acting like this is a vendetta at this point? He's just like, I know them. I know they're crooked. I know that they're no good. And I'm going to prove it to you that they're no good. Trust and believe I'm going to prove it to everyone that they're no good. And I'm thinking, Lord, Tariq with this whole... I almost said that he's jealous, but you know, I wish I was there. Oh, Tiana's performing. You know, so it was a good time when Tiana's performing. Well, not for Hakeem, because, you know, while everyone's just like groomed, like, hey, of course, Lucius just like, the song is hot, Cookie's like, I know, I told you, there's 1 out of the 5, I just need 4 more. I'm like, oh Lord, are they gonna get 4 more? Mind you, Graham comes through and starts rapping, and it's basically a diss track to Hakeem. It's basically a diss track to Hakeem, and Graham and, I almost said Soraya, Graham and Tiana are all touchy-feely. Hakeem's just like, boo, boo. Lucius is like, is this really happening? Lucius didn't know that Graham was going to be there. Cookie didn't know. Jamal says like, oh, he's whack. Oh, crap, he might be actually good. But he's whack. So Hakeem's in the background throwing his usual temper tantrum. They're like, chill out, relax. This isn't a big deal. You need to focus on what actually matters, and that's the music. Don't go and try to battle them on social media. Lucius gives him a general pep talk. You're an artist, or at least you pretend to be an artist. So why don't you go and focus your frustrations into your art, into something. Give me something good. Now, Cookie worked her black girl magic and got Mariah Carey, aka Kitty, you know, Jamal to work with Kitty. And it's just like, oh, here's Mariah. Of course, Mariah looked great. Now, here's the issue. Jamal, he's still having the PTSD of, Lord Jesus, I can't tour. I can't tour. I can't sing live. I can't do any of that. I'm just like, but no. Because the whole deal was Cookie convinced Kitty to go and bring Jamal out on tour, a worldwide tour. He's over it. He doesn't want to do that. But then they come up with another plan instead. This is like, because Cookie convinces him, idiot, stupid. You realize you need to go and work with her, because if you don't do this, then your father's gonna go and release the black and white album. And I know it's not. One of the issues is that Lucius, he actually sees some talent in the kid. What's his name? Taz? That's what I'm calling him for right now. He's just like, you know, I want to sign you. You don't think Angelo minds, do you? No, of course he doesn't, because you were the only thing that didn't bore me at that summit thing. So I see a future for you, and I know it's what you want. You know, I'm your idol. So we have that, and then Lucius is talking to, of course, Cookie and Jamal, and this is where Lucius finds out, you know, you're not releasing the black and white albums. Just like, why wouldn't I do that? Because Lucius is already getting the marketing and promotion ready for the black and white album release. Well, and then Jamal says how he's gonna go and actually do a live studio recording. I'm like, wait, with, and okay, a live studio recording for him and Kitty, and it'll be streamed up for Empire Extreme. See how that all comes together? Yeah. And so Lucius is happy. He's thrilled. He's looking at Cookie because he knows Cookie set this whole thing up. He agrees not to release the black and white album if this is done, because he knows he'll be able to get enough traction by doing this alone. I'm thinking, that's, do we actually believe? But Lucius, of course, like, good job, Cookie. It's just like, shut up, stupid. Now, Hakeem is in the studio. He has to go and do his diss track against Tiana. It sounds like whatever. And Nessa isn't feeling it. She's not feeling it at all, but they're saying, we need female vocals on this. So you need to go in there in the studio. Shine goes just like, so are you going to do this or no? She's like, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to go and down another girl just because it's whack. I don't have any issues with her. And I respect Nessa so much for that. And I'm thinking, Nessa, I can't see you with Hakeem. I actually can't see that, period. So what we do see, oh yeah, and I forgot to say how Tiana and Graham shared a very long kiss, so that just cemented the fact that, okay, that was to make Hakeem jealous. But going back to the studio, Shine, he put his hands on his own sister. He put his hands on his own sister. He tried to choke him. We're like, we know you're crazy. We didn't think that you were that crazy. Hakeem was like, dude, what are you doing? This is like, oh no, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to go that far. And of course she leaves. You know what? Shine needs to go. He needs to go soon. Hakeem goes to his father and tells Hakeem's mentality is, you know, Lucius wants Hakeem to go back in the studio, record, make that money, make that diss track. Hakeem's like, nope, I'm not going to be in the studio with that guy. I'm not going to go and choke out no girl to get some results. I'm not you. Lucius said, well, you know what? Are you a boss or aren't you a boss? Because where's that fire that you had when you initially tried to take over the company from me? That's missing. That's gone. I need that drive back. Now, he's right about that. Everything else, don't listen to him, Hakeem, because this is the same man who belittled you every step of the way to try and to make you a man. Why is everyone... Anyway. Anika and Lena, they're going and they're butting heads. They're butting heads at the house. They both don't like each other. The mailman comes. I should say the delivery man comes, and Anika instantly is kind of like, oh, look at him. He's instantly looking at her like, oh, hi, Mrs. Lion. And she even goes and she writes her name longly, and, you know, goes and kind of does this to him as he's leaving. He's looking at her like, yeah, I'm going to get some. We just look like, you little trollop. You're in this house. I don't like you. You don't take care of your baby. You let the maid do everything for you. You ain't no good. You have nothing else to do. Cookie goes and she visits Angelo because she has a meeting with him. Angelo's pissed. He's pissed because he's trying to figure out why is it that his brightest pupil, who's a part of Woke, is being courted by Lucius. Of course, Cookie doesn't know anything about that, and she's just like, you know what? You need to relax because Lucius is trying to break us apart. Lucius doesn't like the fact that we're getting close, so he's doing anything that he possibly can to make sure that you feel a certain way about me. And so while all that was going on, Angela was saying how, you know, I want better for T. I want him to go to college. I want him to be a lawyer, be a doctor, be a programmer, be anything except for an artist, a rapper, a basketball player, an athlete. You know, I want him to pick up any scammerish, booster-ish, you know, convict, what else? Convict, things, everything just encompassing that. And because of that, of course, that hit Cookie, because it was like, wait a minute, so basically, what's wrong with me? So you try to tell me that, oh, I'm just so big, I'm just the worst type of thing possible. I'm just the worst thing to ever exist. And yet, I'm the American dream. I started all the way from the bottom, doing some not so great stuff, allegedly. And, you know, I take the bid, I come out, I'm running the company, I'm successful. I am the American dream. So I'm not going to stand here and allow you to go and say whatever you want to say. But nope. So she goes and tries to leave. He's just like, wait a minute. I'm sorry. That wasn't for you. That was really for Lucius. That wasn't for you. I want you to actually come and see what I'm doing. So he has a program, and it's to empower young women to become programmers, actual, you know, computer programmers. And, you know, not to go and like fix computers, but to program code. You know, that's where the money is. And he's like, there's 1 million jobs in the US that just are in that segmented area. And so few women are even in that. Of course, even less minorities. So if I go and empower these women, these young girls, they can go have great jobs, be extremely successful, and, you know, they can make a way for themselves. They don't have to just go and be an actress or be on some guy's arm and all of that. And Cookie's just looking at him like, oh, this is kind of reminding me of Barry. So it's like, oh, okay. Now it's time for Andre's court case. His brothers show up as expected, and they're just like, you know what, you got this, bro. This will only be a couple of minutes. We're good. So the case starts. This is like, okay, you've been arrested for, what was it? It went from attempted battery, resisting arrest, home invasion, the list goes on. We're like, wait a minute. How is it? And he looks like, but, and I'm like, the judge is a part of this. This judge is a part of the system. The judge has been paid off. Andre, black man going into this, screwed. They come out of it. His so-called friend doesn't really have his back, because his so-called friend decides, you know, it's just like, we just need to take the plea deal. And Andre and his brothers are both looking at him like, you're fired, because we're not taking no plea deal. He didn't do anything. We're going to prove it. We're not going to go and allow you to just run all over us, go and take the conviction just because. Lucius rolls in, it's just like, get in. He's driving them back to where he originally lived. Hakeem doesn't remember it. Andre does. It's like, yeah, we lived here. It's just like, look, I told you what would happen if you didn't let me go and handle it. You should have just let Thirsty go and handle it. But now, I'm going to have to go and intervene. But you know what? It's my fault, because your mother went to jail, and I wanted to take you guys out of this area. And I did so. I did so successfully. I gave you everything that you could possibly want, and even more. I coddled you. I spoiled you. And what happened? He married a white woman. He's like, Andre's like, you are not. I'm like, Lucius. Andre's reaction was right, because Andre is pissed. And we're both thinking, his wife just died. We never had an official funeral. We just pretended like she barely existed. And yet, you're going to go and say something like that to him? Forget the whole white woman thing, because you know how Lucius is with that. Even though Lucius is, I'm like, there was something white in his mix. Anyway, so there was that. It's just like, Andre's crazy. Jamal, Jamal's a crybaby / gay, and Hakeem, he's just spoiled. He's a brat. And I'm thinking, because Lucius said, the problem with you guys, it's not even all that. That's the worst part. It's because y'all don't think y'all black. And I was like, Exactly! Exactly! They don't. They don't realize it, but they don't. They're all thinking, oh, well, I'm sure you're black. I'm going to get out of here right now. I'm not going to listen to this anymore. And I'm thinking, no, you guys grew up, not saying when you were little kids, but, you know, teenage years and up, grew up in a different lifestyle than Hakeem pretty much from the very beginning. And because of that, you have all this money, you have this security, you don't have to really worry about anything. And because of that, you kind of forgot about the so-called struggle. Well, not so-called, it's real. The struggle. And you didn't have to deal with the struggle. Now you're getting glimpses of what's going on. You getting shot. You getting beat up by the cops. You're just a mess. And I just love that. The fact how Lucius got in there. I'm thinking, dang it, I kind of wish it wasn't Lucius that was saying this, but he's the only one that could really say this and it be credible. They don't think that they're black. They think that they're rich people who happen to be black. Now, I think that's what it really is. Andre goes, just like, we're going to stop this car right now or else I'm going to tear the door off. So Andre leaves. I'm thinking, you're getting out of the car here? Jamal goes after him. They're just like, hey, Jamal. Because you know Jamal goes into the hood every once in a while. And he's huge and famous, so they know who he is. I'm thinking Hakeem isn't going to go out there. Hakeem isn't going to go out there. And he doesn't. He's just like, look, original black man. Are we going to go and record this song or what? Because Hakeem, he really is Lucius in the sense that he is about the music, he's about the ego, he's about all of that. So he doesn't care what Lucius says. He's just like, alright, so are we on to the next thing or what? He goes into the studio and everyone's feeling it. Everyone's feeling the fact that he actually he redid his raps and he took Tiana's song and sampled it. Tiana is an Empire artist. So Hakeem owns a part of Empire. And he's an Empire artist. So he's able to go and take the samples and use it however he wants to. So basically he's slandering Graham and Tiana and using the female vocals, aka Tiana, in the song. I'm thinking, wait, so you're really gonna, how is this profession? And you're both signed and she's gonna want to stay after. Oh. Lucius is loving it. He's like, this is great, this is great. He gets a phone call. And because, of course, they're going to stream that on Empire Extreme, he gets a phone call. His mom's just like, look, your girl's in your room. And I'm thinking, why is she smiling like that? And now it just hit me. After what? Like, she knows that Anika, and she's still like, what? Oh, I guess because it proved that she's no good. Now, Lucius wants to talk to Boo Boo Kitty again, and Boo Boo Kitty's just like, look, Lucius, hold on, because the countdown, there's a countdown clock for when Empire Extreme gets 10 million, well, gets over 10 million subscribers, and as it happens, she's like, yeah, that's the spot. And again, it's just recreating the fact that the delivery man, he was underneath the desk and was pleasuring Boo Boo Kitty. And Boo Boo Kitty said, you know what? And Lucius took out his gun and tried to shoot the delivery man. She said, Lucius, from now on, this is how things are going to operate. I'm not going to go and just do whatever you want. That is over and done with, and I'm going to do however I feel, because I could have gone to the feds. I could have gone to your brother and spoke the truth. But, you know, I wanted to actually be there for my daughter, because I know I'd be dead if I actually snitched on you. So here's how this is going to work. I'm your wife, and I'm going to do whatever I want while we are married, while I'm in this house. You don't owe me. I am not your property. You're going to have to get used to that. You're going to have to get over that, or else things get very complicated and very messy. So I was like, Boo Boo Kitty's back. She's back. Jamal, he goes to the jail to see Frida. Frida's like, it's great to see you. And this whole time he's getting flashbacks. He's getting flashbacks of, because Frida's just setting him off. The arm movements, everything that Frida's doing is setting him off. And he's just like, I can't do this. Because he's just like, you know, I'm really glad to see you. Where's the music? She's just like, I'm taking a break from the music. Well, the album. So it's like, the album's not coming out right now. So it's like, well, what's going on, man? So it's like, ew, it's your fault, it's your fault. You shot him. He's like, no, I wasn't trying to shoot you, I was trying to shoot. You know what happens. It's like, it doesn't matter. You know, I'm all messed up and all this is all your fault. I'm thinking, she shot you and that was her choice. It was also your choice to defend your father, even though you defended him. And then, so now this is the consequences. You need to accept responsibility. You need to accept responsibility, Jamal. Alright. While Jamal's in the studio with Kitty, aka Mariah Carey. I love the song, by the way. Definitely the best song that's come out in the and just to be honest, all of season 2. Well, actually, I love Get It Started, but for the most part, almost all of season 2, and especially this is the 3rd episode. Fire, fire. But the issue is, Jamal right now, he's still having his PTSD episodes. As a result, he can't sing. Mariah's just like, Kitty's just like, oh, well, can we turn on the lights or something? You know, get a little ambiance going on. Lucius is loving this because this is like, I told you your boy's broken. I'm going to release that black and white album in no time. While Andre's going to turn down the lights, and Kitty's just like, gosh, they have you going and doing everything around here, don't you? It's just like, speaking to the choir. Speaking to the choir. I wouldn't mind seeing Kitty on the show a little bit more. She actually fit in pretty well. I don't know, maybe it's because I like the song so much. But it's interesting. While Andre is turning down the lights, Jamal pops another pill. Cookie doesn't notice it because he turns his back from everyone. Lord, that pill was like magic. Jamal was feeling the thing. The voice was flowing. We weren't hearing any goats. We weren't hearing any barn animals. We was just like, oh my gosh. Mariah was giving us everything. She was giving us lows. She was giving us highs. She was giving whistles. Jamal was singing. I'm like, now this is the type of music we want to hear in the What? What did I just say? Look, I appreciate it. I love it. Hey, now, Cookie's so proud. Lucius is saying, boy, that boy is high as hell, but he's giving me my results, so I don't care. Lucius is trying to convince T that sign the contract, get a car. This is what you want. Be the biggest artist of now. Be the next biggest rapper. Cookie's just like, no, baby, here, I'm going to do you a favor. She rips up that contract and lets him be known. You have a talent. You have a real skill. You should not waste your talents. You need to explore them. And that means first going to school. Here's how this is going to work. We'll go and pay for your school so you can go to school. Then afterwards, if you still want to be an artist, you come back here. Empire's not going anywhere, baby. And Lucius was just like, yeah, but this opportunity might. You really think in 4 years' time that you can go and still make something of yourself as far as being an artist if you go and don't sign now? I'm thinking, Lucius, you sound like every other crooked record exec. Every other crooked record exec. So I was like, why would T listen to you over Mama Cookie? Why would anyone listen to you over Mama Cookie? Now, Mama Cookie is again working her black woman magic, black girl magic on Angelo. Angelo's really appreciative about the fact that Cookie went and convinced T, to go back to school. And it's just like, you know what? Of course, I knew there was something special about you, but I just want to go and make sure that, I apologize for how ignorant I came. I was just like, well, you little stuffy, you little elitist. We're different. It is what it is. I do understand this. I do understand that. This is like, I do. And again, I respect you. And then he goes in for a kiss on the cheek. He's like, not that easy. Not going to happen yet. And I'm like, oh, yeah. So that means a maybe. And he called it too. So it's like, all right, next time. Next time. I'm thinking, Lord Cookie likes, Lucius is going to hate Angelo. We see Jamal looking up at the TV, and I'm thinking, gosh, is he going through withdrawals or something? Because Jamal was shaking early in the episode. One, because of the pain. Two, because I'm thinking, is his body going through withdrawal? He sees that his album was released. Which album would you say? Not the black and white album, the black album. Because Lucius had all the songs that were technically on the black side. Cookie had all the ones on the white side. So Lucius said, you know what? If I just take all of Cookie's records off, I can release the album without her consent. You little bastard. This is why we hate Lucius. This is why we hate Lucius. Lucius made a promise. We knew he was going to break it, but we were hoping that he was going to be a little bit better than what he normally is. He's not. And then this is where Cookie and Lucius realize they can't come to grips. And Lucius is just like, this is all my company. You guys are all ungrateful. This and that. Cookie's just like, wait a minute. We're supposed to be working on this together. 50-50. He said, there's nothing 50-50 about this. I'm going to go and do whatever I want. She said, the board's not going to allow you to. He said, the board? You really think they're going to check me? Okay. Okay. Game on. Game on. So I guess this means we're really not going to see Lucius and Cookie come together, at least for now, which is fine. I like them feuding than just being all lovey-dovey. I don't want to see that mess. We saw part of that last season. Andre is confronted by Tariq, and this is where Andre tells Tariq, you know, I know you did it. I know you're the one that actually went and orchestrated this whole thing, because you actually thought I was going to go and snitch on my father. You think I was actually going to turn my back on my father just because things got difficult? See, here's the thing. You don't know about family, so it makes sense why you would think that that would possibly happen. That's not what he said, but that's why I was hoping that he would say. Tariq said, I can make things very difficult for you. You're in the system now, buddy. So you're, and it's worse, you're black and you're successful. I'm going to bury you. Game on. I guess you're more like your father than I thought. Lord, the next couple of episodes look crazy. I'm here for it. Please like, comment, subscribe.